Olexandr Usyk is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Big fight last night in Riyadh. Big fight. Let's talk about it. What did we see? Well, fight started round one. Usyk comes out dominant. Ring generalship. Comes out straight away throwing shots. Then he settles down and starts to control the ring, control the round. 1 and 2 I gave to Usyk. In the second round, Usyk came out straight throwing shots from the get-go and landing well to the body, work rate, output, accuracy. All was in place. Fury was finding it hard to settle down and understand what was actually going on in front of him. He has not ever worked at such a high pace and high rate with such quality. I gave the first 2 rounds to Usyk. Round 3, Usyk also again comes out firing from all cylinders. Right, lefts, landing, overhand lefts to the face. Good shot selection all the way through. Fury, on the other hand, starts to find his range and starts to catch Usyk with some uppercuts to the body. And he threw an uppercut that caught him in the face that landed and kind of discombobulated Usyk, which then kind of changed the tides, because up until this point, Usyk was controlling everything. But until this uppercut landed, he was controlling everything. And when the uppercut landed, the tide turned and Fury started to then take control. The third round was a swing round, in my opinion. It could have gone either way, but I'm going to give it to Fury because he finished well. And this is basically the time, the round that's changed the tide of the fight at this point. Round 4, Fury is ultimately more confident now. He starts to manipulate the ring with his footwork. He also starts to do this thing where he goes into the corner, holds onto the ropes, and then swings and hits him from the ropes, which I didn't think was legal, but the referee didn't call it. And you have to go until the referee intervenes. So that's fine. Fury is dominating. Rounds 5 and 6 were definitely Fury rounds. In particular, round 6, where he was very dominant, putting a lot of shots together well. This was the best round I've ever seen from Tyson Fury. A nice amount of output, good amount of shot selection, accuracy. He looked very good in there at this point. This was the most vulnerable I've ever seen Usyk in a fight. And I was thinking, well, at this point, at the end of round 6, I had it 4-2 to Fury, but it was a dominant 4-2. Fury had dominated that last round. Good shot selection. He threw an uppercut that hit Usyk flush on the chin, and it was perfect. Discombobulated him. He was all over the place a little bit, but his powers of recovery was wonderful. And he saw his way through that round into the 7th. Fury round again, but Usyk started to get his rhythm back. In the previous rounds, like 4, 5, and 6, Usyk seemed to be unable to be in the correct rhythm to be able to land his shots. But in this 7th round, he started to get his rhythm back and he started to land that left hand again. I gave the round to Fury still due to the work rate of Fury and the punch selection of the Fury, but Usyk was definitely coming back into the fight. Round 8, Fury comes out swinging, throwing shots to dominate the round as Usyk had done before in the earlier rounds. But Usyk seemed to have found his second wind, and he started controlling the middle of the ring again with shot selection such as them body shots and them left hands, overhand lefts, and the right-left combination. In one of them previous rounds, I think it was the 6th round or 6th or 7th round, there was a head clash which opened up a cut above Usyk's eye. So he was bleeding from that. But in this 8th round, he threw a left hook or a right-left combination, and the left caught Fury slap bang on the nose, flush, opening up his nose, and he started to bleed from his nose as if a tap had been turned on. So it's just claret everywhere. By the end of that round, Fury was bleeding from his nose uncontrollably, and the tide had turned again. So first the tide turned from Usyk to Fury, and that tide turn was in round 4, but now in round 8, the tide had turned back to Usyk, which brings us to the 9th round. which was a very decisive round. So that 8th round I gave to Usyk because his ring generalship had come back, his accuracy had come back, and his shot selection was now catching Fury flush to the body and to the head. That being said, we've gone into the 9th, and Usyk is throwing his shots well. Fury is throwing good shots as well, defending well. Coming up to the end of the round, maybe 30 seconds to go in the round, 30 odd seconds, Usyk catches Fury with a right-left combination that sends Fury reeling back into the ropes. If the ropes weren't there, it would have been a knockdown. He's there trying to defend and cover up. Usyk unleashes a barrage. Shots all over the place. Fury was all over the place. Fury was all at sea. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know where he was in there. Trying to hold nothing. He was grabbing the air. It was very peak times for Fury at this point. Usyk throws together a good set of shots. Fury goes down. Not fully because he's in the corner and the ropes is there to hold him up. But the ref still sees it as a knockdown. And it's an 8 count. With about 10 seconds to go. Fury gets back to his feet. Now, people are saying that the ref was slow to count and it should have been called off at that point. I don't agree. This is Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the world. Both guys are champions. Both guys should have the opportunity to finish the fight however they want to. Whether it's falling on their shield or quitting, it's up to them. Fury was not about to quit. He got up after the 8 count, said he was all right to continue. Very, very visibly dizzy. And at that point there, the end of the round came and it saved Fury from certain knockouts. Going into the 11th, Usyk is being patient. He comes out a few shots and he's just patiently looking for the opening to end this fight because Fury was definitely on jelly legs at the end of the 9th. Definitely on jelly legs. So Usyk is just seeing it as, yeah, I'm going to finish this guy any second. Any minute now I'm going to finish him. But Fury showed his experience and his willingness to not give up and not be defeated and to finish this fight on his feet. He was moving around the ring well, defending well. Usyk, on the other hand, was not just going in for the kill. He was taking his time and he was trying to find the right shot, which didn't come in that round. But he still dominated that round and still won that round, in my opinion. 11th round was a bit of the same, but Fury was a lot more recovered than before. So he was now finding his feet again. But Usyk was ultimately dominating the round with his ring generalship and his movement and the way he's cutting off the ring, making it very difficult for Tyson Fury to establish any type of recovery to the extent where he could mount an attack that could help his case. So for me, the 11th round was an Usyk round. Going into the 12th and final round, both guys came out looking to put on a good display. Fury was much more recovered than he had been, and Usyk was still not rushing about his work. He was still going about his work diligently, looking for an opening, throwing good shots, but Fury was showing good signs of defense and recovery and survival. His survival instincts kicked in and he made sure that he saw the final bell. That particular round I gave as an even round, a 10-10 round, which brings my score, unofficial, to 1-1-3 to Fury and 1-1-4 Usyk. So in my personal unofficial scorecard, Usyk won by a point, which is the same tally as the last deciding scorecard, which gave it to Usyk. The cards read 1-12-1-16 for Usyk, 1-13-1-14 Tyson Fury, and another 1-13-1-14, but that one was for Usyk. So Usyk wins by majority decision. Brilliant fight. This is what we need to see in boxing. These are the types of fight we need to see in boxing. Tyson Fury in the ring says he wants a rematch. Usyk obviously is all up for the rematch, but in the press conference, Fury then kind of backtracks a bit and he says, we'll see what happens. He wants to spend some time with his family and then he'll decide later on down the line. I would love to see it again. I thought it was a brilliant fight. Tell me what you guys thought. Tell me if you guys saw the fight and what you thought about the fight. I'd like to take this time to recognize the fact that this man, Olexandr Usyk, 2006 in December, was fighting in the amateurs as a middleweight, 165 pounds, and he lost to former welterweight champion Sean Porter. They were both middleweights in the amateurs. When they turned pro, Porter went down 2 weight classes to welterweight, and ultimately Usyk went up in the weight classes, and he's now gone from cruiserweight undisputed champion to becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. This is the true essence of what a pound for pound fighter is supposed to look like. This is what you call pound for pound. He's gone up from basically middleweight up to heavyweight and won every weight class he's been in. This is a brilliant, great fighter for the ages. We need to understand that we witnessed some true historical stuff last night. But I will see you in the next video.